where we're located in the Russian River Valley along in the Laguna Ridge neighborhood. The winery has a great estate vineyard, and we actually own 4 vineyards that we farm with our own vineyard team, as well as make the wine from each of these sites. What's great about it is all our estate vineyards have a range of climate, and so our warmest site is in Forestville, and our coolest site's a brand new vineyard. This is the first year of production. It's down off of Hessel Road, which is in South Sebastopol. Yeah, so Lynn Fritz and his wife Anisha own Lynmar Estate. Lynn initially purchased the property here at Quill Hill, where we are today, in 1980. And so over the last 40-some years, he has bought adjoining parcels to grow Quill Hill, where we are, to 100 acres, 44 of it under vine. And over the last 15, 20 years now, we've expanded outside of Quill Hill and purchased the other 3 estate vineyards, bringing us to the total of 4. We do purchase a little bit of outside fruit from growers who kind of share our same philosophy and ethos, and people who we like working with here in the Russian River Valley. So I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on an apple farm, and so I have an agriculture background. Went to school in Virginia for horticulture, and finishing up school, my aunt got me an opportunity to meet with the owners of Landmark Winery in Sonoma Valley. And so came out in 2006, did my first harvest. I really came out to start to grow grapes and wanted to work with viticulture, but then kept getting jobs within the winery. And so I kept continuing that path, and it eventually led me to Lynmar in 2012, and I've been here for about 10 years. I did my first harvest at Landmark in 2006. That then led me to New Zealand in spring of '07, then to Costa Brown in the fall of 2007. They hired me full-time after harvest, so I was at Costa Brown through the end of 2010, bounced to Landmark for a year and a half, and then halfway through 2012 had the opportunity to come to Lynmar as the assistant winemaker. And so I started as the assistant winemaker and then got promoted to associate winemaker in 2015, winemaker in 2017, and then as of recently have been promoted to oversee all of our estate farming as well as the winemaking. It was our newest vineyard, Hessel Station, located south of Sebastopol. I was a part of the process of choosing the site, the development, so doing our due diligence to do some preliminary soil pits, make sure that where we wanted to put this vineyard, it was one of the best places to put a vineyard. So through using Daniel's guidance and expertise in digging soil pits, we're able to kind of look at the soil profile and determine if it was going to be a good site for us. And we did determine it was a great site for Pinot. It'd be great for our portfolio, being our coolest site, giving us a slightly different flavor profile than our other estate vineyards. Daniel, I really respect Daniel for his knowledge, his experience. I've been learning from him ever since he came on board here at Lynmar. And, coming from an agriculture background and wanting to do grape growing, I love the exposure that I have to being vineyards. Us having our own estate vineyards really allows us to really fine-tune the details in our farming, and it really just allows us to do the best that we can. Our current vineyards in production, we do vineyard designate bottlings from each one of them, as well as block designate bottlings from Quail Hill and certain block selections from our Susanna's vineyard, and really trying to showcase the different clones and selections that we have in these different areas. For me, what I love about winemaking is that you're taking an agricultural commodity and you're turning it into something that invokes such a thought response with people. You and I just met, but we have this common bond to wine, and we could probably sit down with a couple bottles of wine and spend all night together. It's really cool to have something like that to really form bonds with other people. I think early on, getting my start at Costa Brown, it was Michael Brown for the winemaking side of things, and Shane Finley who I worked under here. I think that they did a great job of helping me think about wine very sensorially and really thinking about how it feels, how it tastes, just really kind of absorbing, using your senses to really find your path. And then Lynn Fritz here, he's been a really great mentor, is teaching me the business side of winemaking, because there's that too that goes with it. I can't imagine my life any other way. I see that as very accurate. Taking each vine on a vine-by-vine basis, looking at the health of that vine, looking at the location where you are, the terroir, so to speak, and really utilizing that and having the experience and the wherewithal to understand where you are with things in the vineyard. And here at Lynmar, we have our own estate vineyard team, and some of these people have been on the team for 10, 15 years, and so they have just this great institutional knowledge of the different vines, the weak areas, the strong areas. We do everything by hand, and so this crew has touched these vines 7, 8, 10 times a year, just dialing in the details, and that's what we think are important. The website is www.lynmarestate.com. And so the estate here, we're about 44-acre under vine where the tasting room is. We have our hospitality center. We have our own estate chef who works with our garden team to plant different things to then take those crops and incorporate it into a lunch program that we have, which he then pairs the wine to the menu that he's making. So we have a great estate here that's more than just winemaking.